Imagine the world's largest volcano rumbling to life after centuries of slumber. Lava engulfs everything in sight, ash plumes reach for the sky, and shock waves shake the very foundations of civilization. While this scenario may seem like the stuff of fantasy, there are tantalizing clues that suggest such events aren't merely figments of our imagination, but rather dark chapters in our planet's history. From ancient myths to geological records, there are signs that mega-disasters have struck Earth in the distant past. In this video, we'll explore compelling evidence of ancient super-eruptions and uncover what they might reveal about the resilience of life and the hidden dangers that lurk beneath our feet. To truly understand the potential impact of a supervolcanic eruption, it helps to know how such events shape the landscape. Picture this. Deep within the Earth's crust, molten rock known as magma is steadily accumulating in a reservoir beneath the surface. As pressure builds over time, it eventually overwhelms the surrounding rock, creating a massive explosion. This cataclysmic event is what we call a volcanic eruption. However, not all eruptions are created equal. Some can be relatively minor affairs, spewing lava that creates new land formations. Others are more destructive, sending ash and gases into the atmosphere and causing widespread devastation. But it's the largest and most powerful eruptions that fall under the category of supervolcanic eruptions. These awe-inspiring events involve the sudden release of an incredible amount of energy, enough to alter the course of history, not just for the immediate surroundings, but for the entire planet. To qualify as a super-eruption, a significant amount of volcanic material must be ejected. Generally, this is measured by the Volcanic Explosivity Index, or VEI, where level 8 signifies an eruption of colossal proportions. But what makes these eruptions so remarkable? And why should we pay heed to their ancient echoes? A supervolcano is not merely a volcano of extraordinary size, but a sleeping giant with the potential to unleash unprecedented devastation. The sheer force of these eruptions can leave scars on the landscape that persist for millennia. Entire ecosystems can be wiped out in an instant, and vast ash deposits can blanket entire continents. The impact of such an event extends far beyond the immediate vicinity of the eruption. The massive amounts of gas and particulate matter released into the atmosphere can block sunlight and disrupt global climate patterns. This climatic upheaval can trigger widespread crop failures and lead to mass extinctions. Throughout history, there have been a few confirmed instances of supervolcanic eruptions, each leaving an indelible mark on the Earth and its inhabitants. One such event occurred at the La Garita caldera in Colorado, USA. Here, approximately 27.8 million years ago, a super-eruption of unimaginable scale reshaped the landscape. The eruption, which had a VEI of 8, was one of the largest in Earth's history, ejecting an estimated 5,000 cubic kilometers of volcanic material. This colossal outburst left behind a caldera nearly 30 by 45 kilometers wide, serving as a stark reminder of the area's tumultuous past. Fast forward to 1929, when the world witnessed the eruption of Krakatoa in Indonesia. This catastrophic event, which had a VEI of 6, was one of the deadliest in recorded history, claiming an estimated 36,000 lives. The force of the eruption was so immense that it generated tsunamis that devastated coastal communities for hundreds of kilometers. The eruption column rose 33 kilometers into the atmosphere, and the sound of the explosion could be heard 2,000 kilometers away. And then there's the somewhat more recent example of Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines. In 1991, this volcano erupted with a VEI of 6, leaving behind a legacy of destruction and a profound impact on global temperatures. The eruption, which was the second largest in the 20th century, sent 1.6 billion cubic meters of ash and pumice into the atmosphere, causing significant climate disruption. However, amidst these tales of recent eruptions, it's essential to look back further into history to understand the full scope of supervolcanic activity. It's here in the deeper layers of our planet's history that we find the most awe-inspiring and potentially civilization-ending eruptions. Sometime between 72,000 and 75,000 years ago, a supervolcanic eruption of unprecedented scale occurred at Lake Toba in Indonesia. This cataclysmic event, often considered the largest in the past 2 million years, had a VEI of 8 and ejected an estimated 2,800 cubic kilometers of volcanic material. The sheer force of the eruption was so immense that it's believed to have caused a significant global cooling effect, leading to an ice age. Yet life found a way to endure. And as the world slowly warmed, the stage was set for the emergence of Homo sapiens. Our species would inherit a planet forever altered by this ancient cataclysm. To delve even deeper into the annals of Earth's history, we travel to the Yellowstone supervolcano in Wyoming, USA. Over the past 2 million years, this behemoth has experienced 3 major eruptive episodes, leaving behind a vast magma chamber beneath the Yellowstone National Park. Each eruption, while devastating in its own right, pales in comparison to what some scientists believe could be its next move. If Yellowstone were to experience a super-eruption of unprecedented magnitude, it could send shockwaves around the globe. The environmental consequences would be far-reaching, potentially triggering a chain reaction of volcanic activity across the planet. But what if such ancient events didn't just shape our planet's physical landscape, but also left an indelible mark on human consciousness itself? Could it be that tales of fire and brimstone in religious texts and ancient myths are not mere figments of storytelling, but echoes of actual supervolcanic eruptions? Consider the biblical account of the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. In the book of Genesis, these cities are described as being consumed by fire from heaven, a cataclysmic event that wiped out their inhabitants. Some scholars and scientists have speculated that this biblical narrative could have been inspired by the super-eruption of the nearby Tal el-Hammam volcano in Jordan. The eruption, which occurred around 5,900 years ago, was so massive that it's believed to have left a crater nearly 30 kilometers wide and 150 meters deep. Then there's the myth of Atlantis, the legendary island civilization that Plato described in his philosophical work. Some believe that the story of Atlantis, with its tale of a technologically advanced society that was ultimately swallowed by the sea, may have been influenced by the catastrophic eruption of Thera, now known as Santorini. The eruption, which occurred around 3,600 years ago, was so violent that it's believed to have triggered a massive tsunami that may have reached the shores of the then-known world. Of course, the connection between ancient myths and supervolcanic eruptions is a subject of ongoing debate and speculation. Proponents argue that the timing of these events and the characteristics of the eruptions align with the descriptions in the myths and religious texts. However, skeptics suggest that these accounts are better explained by folklore and storytelling traditions rather than historical records of actual disasters. In the end, whether these myths are rooted in fact or fancy, they serve as powerful reminders of the awesome forces that have shaped our planet and the enduring fascination we have with the power of nature. As we continue to unearth evidence of ancient super-eruptions, it's clear that our planet has a history of dramatic upheaval. These cataclysmic events serve as stark reminders of the fragility of life and the importance of understanding the forces that shape our world. By studying past eruptions, we gain insight into the behavior of volcanoes and learn how to mitigate the risks associated with living in volcanic regions. We learn about the long-term effects of such disasters and how ecosystems recover from the devastation. Moreover, exploring the intersection of ancient myths and scientific evidence allows us to appreciate the rich tapestry of human history. It reminds us that our ancestors were acutely aware of the power of nature and sought to explain and understand these events through stories and legends. So, as we stand on the shoulders of those who came before us, let's continue to unravel the mysteries of ancient super-eruptions. Let's embrace the spirit of inquiry and discovery that drives us to explore the unknown and uncover the secrets of our planet's fiery past. And who knows, in doing so, we may just find that the answers lie hidden in the myths and legends that have captivated humanity for millennia. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more updates on fascinating topics that explore the hidden wonders of our world. And if you've got a topic you'd like us to cover, share your ideas in the comments below. Your input inspires us to create more engaging content for you.